What is going on, everybody? jasonbrock.com. I hope this video finds you in good health and in good wealth. And I want to talk about ebook covers and ebook cover designs, and more importantly, how important they are to your Kindle business and how important they are to the long-term success of your Kindle business. The old adage goes, it doesn't matter how good the content is inside your book. If people don't like your cover, they don't like your title, they're never going to get to that content. So we want to make sure that, number one, people read your content and like it, but number two, that they even get there in the first place. And if you do not have a good ebook cover design, if it's sloppy, if it's amateurish, if it's generic, you are not going to convert, you are not going to sell, and you are not going to be successful in Kindle publishing. Let me reiterate, if you do through all the processes, all the steps that I've talked about in some of these videos I've been putting out, and you do everything else right, and you just say, you know what, I'm going to get a really cheap cover design, I don't care how much I pay, I want an ebook cover, I want to get it out there, you are not going to do well. I know a lot of people out there, and they do everything right, they do all the marketing, they do all these other aspects of Kindle publishing correct, but they skimp on the ebook covers. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've used Fiverr.com for 90% of my ebook covers. I don't spend a lot when it comes to producing ebook covers. I don't think you need to. But you need to find, number one, the right designer that works good with you. You need to understand just basic design concepts, which I'm going to show you behind the computer screen here in a second. And you just ultimately need to understand what customers are looking for when they are buying an ebook. And, when you put out an amateurish cover, if you put out something that just doesn't look good, or if you put something out that looks like, a fifth grader could have done, which people still do to this day, and it baffles me because it's the easiest part of this whole deal. People are going to look at your book and they're just going to think that the content is not good. Again, and there's been, millions of case studies on this throughout history, throughout publishing history, and ebook covers are huge. They really, don't judge a book by its cover. That might be true, but people will judge your book by its cover, and they will just not buy your book, and they will not click on it. When you go through Kindle, after you get done watching this video, go into the Kindle store, go through, type in a subject, and scroll through the list, and kind of look at the ebook covers. And usually the ones that are well done, that jump out to you, are the ones you're going to click. They're intriguing. And let me be real with you guys. It's very easy to do. I'm going to show you 3 options where you guys can get your ebook covers done. One of them is going to be Fiverr.com. The other one is going to be Elance and Odesk, where you can hire an individual designer. And the third is going to be 99 Designs, which is a little bit more of a high price option. But if you have a huge book that you're wanting to produce, or maybe a book that you're going to write yourself, you might want to look into that as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump behind the computer screen, show you guys some examples of good ebook covers, bad ebook covers. I'm going to take a walk through the Kindle store, and we are going to just go over this whole process and hopefully get you guys tracking on how to come up with good ebook covers and things that really appeal to your customers. So stay tuned, and I will see you behind the computer screen.
Hey out there, Jason here, back behind the computer screen, and I want to go over really one of the most important factors of your success on Kindle, and that is your book cover. So I jumped into kind of a customer mode right here. So pretend I'm a customer right now, and I'm going through the Kindle store, and I'm looking for a book on honey, which is a very popular topic. And if I go down through the list here, I'm going to see a lot of different books that I could potentially buy. And the one thing you're going to know is I'm not looking at really a big image. I'm looking at really essentially what is a thumbnail image. So it's very important. Rule number 1 is to have a big headline. Let people know what your book is. So, like, for example, this book right here is not really highly optimized in my opinion, because it's got a very small title. It's got a very basic subtitle as well. And the image is, in my opinion, not that great either. That book cover is just not a good book cover. in my opinion. Our book covers are going to be something that separates us from the rest of the pack. As you can see, there's quite a lot of competition. There's a lot of people producing books, and we want to make sure that we put together a good book that is not only going to captivate the reader's attention with the content, it's also going to get the reader to click on your book and buy it in the first place. So this is actually an example of a pretty decent cover here. It's got a bold, people can instantly tell on the thumbnail when they're browsing through the Kindle store. Now, keep in mind, people are going to be looking for your books on a multitude of devices, whether they're on their computer screen, whether they're on their phone, Kindle device. There's a lot of different ways that people are buying books off the Kindle store. So we want to grab their attention. And this book has, in my opinion, very good book cover. You've got your bold cover, you've got your subtitle here, you've got three high quality images that convey the subject of the book. It looks professional, and it's, again, nothing crazy, nothing special. You don't have to spend $100 and $200 on a book cover. I'm going to show you places where you can get them significantly cheaper and high quality as well. So again, I'm not, if you wrote any of these books or produced any of these books, I'm not trying to beat you guys up, but let's do a little bit better than this right here. This is just something very simple, very something just someone threw together in 2 or 3 minutes. And they didn't really spend much time on it. They did a little quick, someone paid money for someone to do this, and I guarantee it's hurting their sales. They're not making. This book is ranked 1 million in the Kindle store right now. So again, we want to make sure that we're putting things together that are going to maximize our profits. I always preach that we're always, we're spending the time to do this. We're spending the time to learn this. We're, paying money to get these books written and all that good stuff. Why not spend that little extra time to make a good ebook cover that's going to not only captivate your reader, it's going to make them click on it and buy it. And you're just going to get a lot more bang for your buck if you don't have to spend extra money, but you have to make sure that you're hiring a good designer. So let me show you the first place that I always go to when I'm looking to get a designer. So the first thing I will do is go to graphic design, ebook covers, and packages. And then you're going to go, so this is pretty important too, you're going to sort by high rating. And by sorting by the high rating, you're going to basically get the best people that are currently doing ebook covers on Fiverr. These people are, they've got good, this person here, I've used her before. She's got 8,000, feedback. So she's really well, it does really well. And you go down the list and you find someone that's top rated, featured, high seller, and you look through their catalog, and then you basically just say, hey, does their design style jive with what you're doing? And if that's the case, then you just go ahead and book their gig and you throw together an ebook. Now, I'll give you a couple other places here. This place is called 99 Designs, and really what they specialize in is kind of almost like a competition. So you upload your book idea to this platform, and it's quite expensive. I believe it's like $299 for an ebook cover. Now, I do not recommend doing that at all. I mean, only if you are doing like a massive project, maybe a personal book that you have come out with, would I recommend employing 99 Designs as a alternative to doing an ebook cover. Another place that you can do is Elance and Odesk. You can hire somebody that can make your ebook covers personally. The advantage to that is you're going to get someone that can work with you one-on-one. These people over here on Fiverr, they've got, if I click on this person's gig, she's got 111 orders in her queue right now. So I mean, she's got 111 ebook covers that she's going to be doing within the next couple of days. So you don't really have that one-on-one personal touch. So if you go to Odesk, if you go to Elance, you can maybe find someone that you can work with that can have a quicker turnaround time, and it's going to put a little bit more time and effort into your into your book. But I mean, this person's really good, but again, she has a lot of work that she's doing. It's just human nature that she's not going to be able to put as much into your ebook cover as uh, a person maybe on Elance or Odesk would. Now, the disadvantage to using Elance and Odesk is you are not going to get your covers done for $5. Typically, you're going to pay more money to you know those people than you would on Fiverr. So keep that in mind when you're going to hire a cover designer. Giving you a little bit of pros and cons on each. For you guys watching this video, I would always recommend just starting with Fiverr, just because you want to max or minimize your cost, your startup cost. You want to again not have to spend a ton to get a book out there. So I would recommend you guys, if you're just starting, to use Fiverr.com. So um, where can we get like some good ideas? Because it's one thing to just send your subtitles, send your title and all that to your Fiverr designer and say, hey, knock this out. If you're doing a book on, again, you're doing a book on honey, you send that over to these people, and they throw you something back, and it could be good, it could not be good. But one thing I like to do is I'll just go to Google, I'll type in good ebook covers, and what ends up happening is it just kind of gives you an idea of what would be a good ebook cover. What could potentially you use some of these design features in your design. Now, this niche, these are a lot of fiction books. They're completely different from a non-fiction book generally. But I'll go around and I'll look, and I'll find something. Pinterest is good. You can really search through a lot of images on Pinterest really quick. So you might see something you like. You might see a background you like. This is cool. This book right here, I like this design. It has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing, right? It's a marketing book, but I like the title. I like the fonts. I like the background. I like how they have this green break here. I like, again, it's a dog and whatnot. But the point I'm trying to make is I like this design. So I could, say, hey, I might be doing a book on how to make money online. I might say, you know what, can you use some design principles from this ebook? I'll send her the link, and she sends me back something similar. So we're basically saying, hey, I like this. Could you do something similar? Um, this is really cool. I mean, you just get ideas from good ebook covers. Again, this could be completely different from what you're doing, but you have an idea, and you can say, hey, these design principles are really freaking cool. Use these in my ebook cover. That way you're not just, essentially leaving it to chance. Now, most of the people on Fiverr will do a revision for you. So if you don't like what they gave you, you just hit, modify, and they will send you back a revised copy of what you're looking for. So I do that a little bit. Most of the time, the people I work with, they kind of know what I'm looking for, which is why I always stress, try to build that relationship with your people that you're working with, because they know what you're looking for. So the less you have to revise stuff or do stuff over, the more time you have to build your business. This business is predicated on scaling it up, getting more done, getting things done right the first time, rather than going through it 3 or 4 times before you finally get your book out to the market. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much all I do when I design or have a book cover design for me. So what are things you do not want to do? You never want to use like the Kindle cover creator that they have built in. In my opinion, that is worthless in the sense of trying to maximize your value. You're not going to produce a professional looking ebook cover with that tool. Maybe they'll come out with something in the future that you guys can use, but I don't think right now, the way it's currently set up, you're going to get a good ebook cover. What else? Let's think about it. So we don't want to use that. We don't want to just jump into Photoshop ourselves and try to create just to save money, unless you guys are really good at graphic design. And even then, I would leave it to someone else, because we want to get our books out there. We don't want to be spending time, creating ebook covers and stuff like that. We're again, think of yourself as a publishing company. We want to make sure we are hiring competent people to do these jobs for us. So, Again, don't use the built-in cover creator. Don't do it yourself. Hire someone for $5 to do it. They'll do a great job. These people are doing hundreds of covers a week. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comment section. It's really not more any complicated than that. We're trying to do just a couple of little things to make our covers a little better, to maximize our sales. When you drop out a cover like this, you're basically saying, screw it. You're not really pumping out. The customer might be looking at this and saying, this is unprofessional. Like, this is not a high quality ebook cover. And again, they just won't buy your book. It's as simple as that. With as much competition and as many ebooks as there are, and as many sources that they can get their content from, why would they get this when they can simply go back in and say, check this book out. This book's got a cool cover. This book has better content. And so I guess that's where I want to go with that. And anyways, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, and I hope you guys enjoyed that behind the scenes, over the shoulder look of finding, developing, and researching how to come up with a good ebook cover. I've been asked that a lot. And to me, guys, it's the easiest part of this entire process. We do all the creative stuff. We go through all these avenues to get our book ready to go to the market. The easiest part is saying, hey, here's my book title. Here's my author name. Here's my subtitle. Here's what I'm looking for. Can you go ahead and do that for me? And you send that to your designer. And your designer should be passionate. They should be good at what they're doing. They should love to do what they're doing. And again, it's the easiest part of this. And so many people, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because they're lazy, I don't know if they're trying to just save money at every cost, corner, or whatever, but they're not taking advantage of a quick, high leverage way to gain more customers, to build a better brand around their books, and really to make more money at Kindle publishing. So what are you guys waiting for? Go ahead, get the ball rolling. Start making good ebook covers. If you guys have something, if you have a question, again, drop it in the comments. You guys know I answer all the questions. I don't skimp. I don't go through it. I answer all your questions, good, bad, or ugly, and I try to get the most value into your guys' business as I can from the position that I'm sitting in right now. So if you have an example of an ebook cover, if you want some critique, if you want some insight on that cover, go ahead, drop it in the comment. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It really means a lot to me that you guys are liking some of these, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.